Hello, everyone. Welcome to the NewsBrowse News broadcast. NHK reports that the United States and Iran have agreed to a 2-week ceasefire, aimed at paving the way to end the ongoing conflict. The White House confirmed it is sending negotiators to Pakistan this weekend for talks, but significant questions persist regarding the durability of the truce and whether the vital Strait of Hormuz will remain open for transit. White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt announced that Vice President J.D. Vance will lead the U.S. delegation, which also includes Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner. Vance, speaking from Hungary, stated that Iran has agreed to maintain the strait open while the U.S. and its allies halt their attacks. Though he noted divisions within Tehran's leadership, he warned that if Iran acts in bad faith, the fragile truce could fail. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth emphasized that the U.S. military will remain in the region to ensure Iran's compliance and is prepared to restart operations at any moment. Conflicting reports have emerged regarding the Strait of Hormuz. The Wall Street Journal reported Iranian authorities still require permission for passage and warn unauthorized vessels, while Iran's Fars news agency claimed oil tanker movement was halted after Israeli attacks, a report the White House dismissed as false and completely unacceptable. Global news reports on a proposed bill in Quebec that is gaining significant support for its aim to overhaul child custody rules in cases involving abusive parents. Championed by Quebec Solidaire MNA Christine Labrie, the legislation seeks to amend the civil code by placing the child's best interests at the forefront of custody decisions. A key change would be shifting the burden of proof. Instead of victims having to convince the court to keep an abuser away, the abusive parent would need to demonstrate their fitness to care for the child. The bill also introduces new protections for victims who fear their custody claims might be jeopardized by reporting abuse. Over 60 organizations and experts, including child protection specialists, lawyers, and women's shelters, have signed an open letter in support. Labrie hopes the bill will pass by June, anticipating support from the new Kukul leader. According to the Canadian press, Elections BC has penalized the BC United Party 4,500 Felvern Biapors for engaging in false advertising during the pre-campaign period of the 2024 provincial election. Elections BC's investigation found that BC United secretly operated a website, firejohnrustad.ca, which called for the removal of then BC Conservative leader John Rustad. The website misleadingly presented itself as the work of disgruntled members of the BC Conservative Party. The campaign also included a mail-out containing false accusations against Teresa Watt, who had defected to the Conservatives. Despite BC United's claims of no knowledge regarding the advertisements and an alleged fabricated invoice, Elections BC's determination letter states that senior campaign officials directed a Calgary-based marketing company, Sovereign North Strategies, Inc., to execute the ploy. The regulator emphasized that the distribution of false information during elections undermines public confidence in democratic institutions. This occurred before BC United leader Kevin Falcon suspended his party's campaign and encouraged voters to support Rustad's Conservatives. CTV News reports that 38-year-old sex offender Graham Daniel Dodge has been released from jail and is now living in Kelowna, British Columbia, under probation. The RCMP issued a public warning, stating that Dodge poses a significant risk to adolescent males under the age of 18, including both acquaintances and members of the public, based on his criminal history and pattern of reoffending. Dodge was arrested in December 2024 for breaching probation, following a prior conviction for possession of child sexual abuse material and sexual interference with a minor. After approximately 16 months in custody, he was released Tuesday after pleading guilty, with his sentence equating to time served. His probation conditions include a ban on contact with anyone under 18, excluding immediate family, restrictions on visiting public places frequented by minors, and limitations on internet use. Authorities urge anyone with information about Dodge breaching his conditions to call 911. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.